Zami, my boy, that was some quality aura farming. Please don't get off screened. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do been to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact, hold on. Actually, we're gonna gamble. But would that be the case? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, Azami, he's cool, man. And honestly, thank you for the people who explained it to me. I thought, like, the whole chapter was kind of a little bit anticlimactic because it just built up to Azami one-shotting the fodder. But then again, it did feel like a multi-stage hype-up, not necessarily just for Azami, but also for the Hishaku guy, right? Right? Because he was essentially using those two as fodder, right? To lead the way. They were the vanguard, the guy in the samurai armor. So ultimately, that whole chapter was just stacking and building and building and building to the brothers, who built up for the Hishaku guy, who built up for Azami and his motivation, and obviously that backwards inverse builds right back into the Hishaku guy. So overall, I'm excited to see them box, because obviously it's going to go crazy, right? Especially considering Azami, at least so far, just seems to be gains the character. I know for a fact his fight's going to go crazy. But with it being the case, let's not waste too much time. Let's hop right into chapter 80, the big 80. We're 20 chapters away from 100. Wow, that weird. We've come so far, but we're 20 chapters away from 100. Chapter 80, Secret Room. Kamunabi Headquarters, Underground, Level 2. Whoa, books for days! They're all manuals of sorcery. Not the kind of sorcery that's innate at birth. Basic teleport. That's just a thing? Well, then again, actually, we have seen characters teleport in this universe. But, like, that's crazy. That's just, that's, like... I mean, you know what, now I think about it, most universes... Almost, now I think about it. JJK has teleportation, multiple types. Magi has teleportation, but notably, that's kind of like that's something that gets locked behind endgame. I don't really think of like any characters who teleport in Magi early game. Similarly, Sin's has teleportation, Naruto has teleportation, Bleach has teleportation, One Piece has teleportation. Teleportation is kind of common. I was about to say, like, that's such a crazy thing to just have as like a basic thing that multiple people can use. But Naruto has the Flying Raijin and like a couple different characters who can teleport in different ways. Though admittedly, it is still very high-level and exclusive there. Bleach teleportation is kind of weird. Because, like, the characters who can teleport... I think about it. Like, it's kind of teleportation. Who is a direct teleporter in Bleach? Like, literally blinks out of existence and appears in another... I mean, I guess for all intents and purposes, what's his name? Lee Boro is. But there are things that are close enough to teleportation, like the shadow leaping stuff that Kyoraku does. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in Bleach that could count as teleportation, which is kind of still locked to high tiers. But just the idea that basic teleportation, like, you know, we have more advanced versions of teleportation that anyone can learn, but the basic stuff, you know, that low level junk, that's crazy. Can I learn that? You give that to me? I don't care how much work it takes. I want to learn how to teleport, dog. Like, if I could have one power, it would be teleportation. Like, even more, the only reason I wouldn't want super speed is because I'd be worried if I couldn't toggle it off. Because I'd have the same problem as all the Flashes would have, where, like, everything is moving in slow motion. Because you don't just toggle the speed force. You're just stuck at that level. Same thing for Superman and stuff like that. Everything would go even slower. And there are some days where it feels like a minute is an hour. So with teleportation, I'd just be glitching in and out of this. So I love that. Put me in this library. Let's see. Basic teleportation and force field magic are more academic. This place is jam-packed with formulas and knowledge. Interesting. All right. Let's see. The Sazanami clan is a prestigious lineage. Didn't you have a library like this? We did, but not on this level. This is like twice the size. But once again, that does make sense, right? The Sazanami clan being prestigious is one thing, but this is literally the government. not the absolute government. They were only flipped into the Kamunabi recently, but presumably, however long the original fighting force that became the Kamunabi was around, they've been doing it. And obviously the Sazanami clan, while they definitely did highly specialize in combat, remember all the kids were essentially combatants too. And on top of the like regular participants, well, not even regular participants of the family, regular servants of the family, they were all very highly trained. They ain't the government, though. So it makes sense that the library is at least twice the size. But still, very impressive for the Sazanami clan to have that much info stored away in their library. Let's see. You gotta really study to excel in the Kamunabi. You met the Masumi, right? Okay. But you know what? Honestly, if studying literally gave me superpowers, I wouldn't be mad. Like, and don't get me wrong, back in the day when I was still at school, I did study later on in life more so than earlier on. I was lucky enough mostly that I could either mid diff, low diff, or high diff some stuff without studying. But once I got to like college, I was like, wait, let me actually lock in a little bit. So I did have to study there, and it's fine. You know, I like gaining knowledge. I like adding more wrinkles to my relatively smooth brain. But if you were to tell me, hey, if you read this 2,000-page book, By the end of it all, with enough practice, you could teleport. I'd be like, give it to me. I'll read it 5 times over. I don't care. Even for lesser, like, giving myself any superpower just by studying and reading a book, dog, I would have darn near I would do it. But let's see. You met the Masumi, right? Yes, he did. Moku, Ro, and what's her name? Sumi. Moku, Ro, and Sumi. I'm so proud of you for remembering those names. Let's see. Those guys are masters of these crafts. Ah, okay. So that's where they get, yeah, because we've seen them do the teleportation thing. So it is still very specifically a, like, you gotta chant it out or write it out. You gotta do incantations and stuff like that. It isn't just freeform teleporting like Shiba does. But Shiba does have freeform teleportation. That's the thing. So far, I mean, he has to strike the hand sign, right? I think it is like, it's like a this. He has to strike in order to teleport. But still, like, that's a real good. And we know last chapter, he wasn't actually at the Kunishige Rokuhira household when the Hishaku attacked, but he teleported there pretty much instantly. So he can do it presumably across a decent range too, even without all the incantations and stuff. So that does make you wonder, for characters like Azami and Shiba, if these guys are masters of the craft, what are they? Let's see. If you absorbed and mastered all the material on this floor, you'd be their peer. Oh! Well, that is a lot of information. Especially, like, to retain. Like, notably, I always say it's not hard to store information if you're going to use it soon. Like, I know, like, cramming is actually not recommended. You're not supposed to cram. But whenever I did study, I basically did do cram studying. The only issue with cram studying, though, is that without consistent repetition after the fact, it'll just... Like, I got a really good score in chemistry. I could not do chemistry right now. So, like, it really is you gotta pound it in repeatedly. You can't just read something and immediately consume it. And hey, that's why you'll constantly see me make mistakes in my live reactions, where I'm just reading and I don't like reflect and think on it too much. So then I just miss something or I get something wrong. And then imagine having to do that with like magical abilities. Imagine you forget one part of the teleportation spell and you end up in the middle of the ocean. That would suck. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me hit that. Sorry. Huh, not big on studying? Wait, that kid was that amazing? That's got, I mean, like, he's probably cool with it, but man, that'd be rough. I would not like being, especially if you are like a full-grown man. But then again, you know, you'll always get the comments like, wow, you look so young. I guess that is the counterbalance, but I would not want to be that small. Let's see. What's with the crazy racket we're hearing? Probably a zombie brawling. Brawling? Sounds like they're gonna bust through the ceiling. Don't sweat it. There's a force field. That force field's getting broken. The one way, like, that force field's getting, like the confidence that they have in this force field, like I know for somehow the Shock are gonna break it. So, like, it may be straight brute force. We know they have the tree guy, maybe him, the straight, and then getting up in the force field of guts. But like, that force field's breaking. We can't keep talking about it. Like that is it funny enough, I can't really say it's like a Chekhov's gun, because like for all intents and purposes it's like the Chekhov's mount. like it's there, it keeps getting mentioned as a safety precaution. It's gonna falter somehow. Let's see. Don't sweat it, there's a force field. There are 7 practitioners on par with the Masumi, but with very varied areas of expertise. 7 practitioners as in like individual people, or well, actually, is it okay? There's 7, I'm guessing. Okay, yeah. But interesting. So they're on par with the Masumi in terms of information with varied levels. So they don't have like all the information on that floor in the library, but they do have a lot of unique information, and all of them are capable enough to maintain the force field. They trade off occupying our core station where they operate the. That's where they're gonna get them. I bet. Well, let me see if I can call it well in advance. I bet this one guy who's currently maintaining it and operating it is going to be taking so much like damage that they're going to need to swap out. The Shaku are going to stop attacking for half a second, making them think it's safe to switch. They're going to go to switch, boom, force field shatters immediately, and they won't be able to re-up it in time. Something like that. The fact that we're pointing out they trade off occupying our core station. When do they trade off? What time did his shift start? How eepy is this man? I see you, Hokuzono Sensei. Let's see. Someone tries to bust through. If someone tries to bust through, not only is it really strong to begin with, but they're also constantly repairing it. It's absolutely But you see, like, I don't even blame people, because, like, it is the trope, right? Oh, don't worry, our defenses are perfect. It's absolutely stable. There's no way they'll be able to beat us, and they'll, like, lose. But I guess in universe, you just don't think about that. And, like, in real life, you just don't say stuff like that. Like, it was, like, even when I was competing, I'd never be like, don't worry, there's absolutely no way I'll lose this, and then get swept. Typically, I'm realistic. We're like, I don't know. They may body bag. It's a 50-50 shot. I may get boom. Let's see. It's absolutely impenetrable. Darn. Bam. Crash. Bam. Boom. Wham. But you know what? I'm guessing that means Azami and the Hishaku guy started fighting already. Or it's just the other Hishaku. Because notably, he two-shot. Or no, he like one-shot each of the brothers from last chapter. So for there to be a lot of crashing, bamming, and booming going around. Unless this is meant to be the drums. Who knows? We'll see. It's getting louder and louder. Ichiki probably joined the fight. Who? The little old guy from the meeting. Oh, okay, so they can't. Okay. I was wondering. That was the thing where I was wondering, like, are they going to be like an elders from Naruto or a Kage, or like the 5 Kage from Naruto? And it looks like we're leaning more towards 5 Kage, where they're all able to fight, even if they are a bit old. All right, interesting. But that means they're too. So Azami's struggling then. If that's the indication here, Azami's struggling with the Hishaku guy, unless another Hishaku showed up. Because shouldn't Azami been able to just div him? Let's see. Huh? That dude fights too? He's teeny and ancient. Now, admittedly, I've never been swept by someone massively smaller than me, but I don't like risking it. Because, and I know a lot of it is the confidence game, right? Like, I have smaller friends who I've just, like, known that they're bluffing, and I'm like, no, we're disengaged. You are not about to fight this person who's, like, twice your size. But I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't care how small you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how heavy you are. There's still a 50-50 shot. All humans are relative. You could boom me, and I'm not taking that risk. I'm leaving. Let's see. All the upper echelon are highly skilled, though Azami's on another level. Oh. So Azami's still kind of the best they got right now. I know Hiyuki and Shiba are both on Enchanted Blade Wielder guard duty, but you may need to get them back. Because if they beat Azami, y'all may be close. Let's see. Though Azami's on another level. As for me, I'm not much of a fight. He gonna die. He gonna die. Man, this is red flags the character, bro. He about to boom. Let's see. Ooh, who are these individuals? What? Still, most of the council members are up there in age. The ones fighting right now are probably our best bet. They're gonna lose, bro. they're so gonna, like, you don't have any other resources. You're literally not to quote Vegeta, but in this case, I'm not a. No, I can't even say it. But talk what? This is your best bet? So all people and a whole bunch of guys who are below Azami level, massively below Azami level. No. Let's see. The ones fighting right now are probably our best bet. Each of them directly commands their own troop. Oh, okay. And I do like these. The thing is, though, if I had... Well, I mentioned this critique before, but I'll bring it up again. One issue I have with Kagurabachi. Hokuzono Sensei will drop some of the most interesting, fire, and unique designs ever, and you'll never see them again. And if you do see them again, it's going to be when they're dying. I'll never forget that whole, like, Cloud Goucher Suppression Squad. That all looked really, really cool, got diffed in, like, 1.5 chapters. Never saw him again. Remember Urha Squad that was supposed to be super strong and defend him? Viciously violated, like the same chapter they're introduced. By my glorious King Hirohiko before he got viciously diffed by everybody else in the narrative. But that's the thing, man. These guys, at least I like this guy's design. He seems cool enough. He reminds me of... What's his name? He reminds me of Kaigaku from Demon Slayer. He reminds me of... Who does this guy remind me of? He reminds... Like, my brain is saying Zelkov? Jafar from Fire Emblem. Oddly specific, like deep, mystical, magical pull. Especially considering I've never actually played that game. But still, he reminds me of that. This guy, whatever, generic design. This character looks like a Fire Force character. I don't know what it is. Something about the facial structure gives me mad Fire Force vibe. But yeah, I like these 3 designs. Let's see. And this design's cool too. Another sword wielder. Each of them directly commands their own elite troop. Nearly all of their forces are on site here. Beyond that, there are also more than 300 fighters who've completed our basic curriculum. Those are most of the guys you see walking around carrying swords. Yeah, but like... Like, notably, if this was regular human land, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, that's more than enough. But I don't know, that like the 7 of the strongest sorcerers out there, even if not all of them are combatants, right? If 5 of them are combatants, I don't know, I think y'all are cooked. I think y'all are cooked. Especially if Azami's your best bet. I'm assuming they're all at least Azami level. I have to assume that, right? Because they're 10 elite sorcerers, which is what Azami is. So, like, I don't know. I think y'all are good. Let's see. Those are most of the guys you see walking around with carrying swords. Curriculum! Intensive training in spirit energy and martial arts, plus sorcery fundamentals. I'd say they've absorbed about 1/3 of that library. Very impressive still. That's honestly more than I thought, though, for like the generic grunts at this point, to be able to have 1/3 of that. Like, that means they're about as third as competent as the Masumi, at least in terms of the general information. Obviously, the Masumi have like they're a ninja clan, so they have like, extra things that no one else does. Let's see. What a strong group. Yeah, all bound up in a rock solid force field. Nothing could be more Okay. Is he gonna die this chapter? Is the force field gonna break this? Like, how many times has he said this is also secure? This is goated. Like this is unstoppable. Jam-packed with knowledge, masters of their crafts. Am I tweaking? Did he only say it twice? Don't sweat it. There's a force field. It's absolutely impenetrable. So that's like 1.5. Each. Yeah. No, it's not even that he just said there's a force field. He's doing too much glazing. He's doing too much glazing of their defenses and their defensive capability. Either he's gonna die or the force field's gonna break this chat. So, like, this is way too. We're not even 5 pages in. What's gonna happen? Let's see. Yeah, all bound up in a rock solid force field. Nothing could be more secure. Azami and those guys aren't really fighting to protect the headquarters. It's more like they went outside to hunt prey. Oh, so yeah, okay. So at least so this guy's not a fighter. So maybe he doesn't have any concept of like real danger. But then again, why are you on the team, bro? But whether being the case, looks like Azami's like, no, something seems off. The Hishaku aren't even using the Data Inseki like they did at Sanso. They operate very strategically. Even if their plans have gone haywire, will they really show up and knowingly waltz into a death trap? No! So what's about it? Someone's getting boomed. I hope it's not Azami. Once again, I'm very worried for Azami because we were hyping him up last chapter, but like, I don't worry. Let's see. See, I can't tell if this guy's crouching down or if he's actually just that short. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Kudo. Looks like things are busy out there. Ishihira, you're correct. This man is one of our instructors. Ah, interesting. So how much of the library did he absorb? If he's the instructor, that means he doesn't just have the basic training. He's also presumably absorbed a decent chunk of the library. Let's see. Oh, pleased to meet you. Huh, such a young one. Lately, I've been training more students your age. Quite a lot of fresh sprouts showing up these days. Interesting. Once again, I'm assuming just because of Chihiro, right? Because we know that Chihiro was inspiring a wave, and even inspired Iori's friend to come in and like help out and save her, quote unquote. So I'm not shocked that a lot of people are like, I am a big fan of the government, and they're trying to join it. Let's see. Education is a crucial job. We're severely short-handed these days, which is crazy, but not too crazy considering what Sojo alone caught like 50 different bodies in his own arc. And he wasn't even, like, he was associated with the Ishaku, but he wasn't really associated with the Ishaku. And of course, with all the fortresses getting boomed, like I'm not shocked they're short-handed. Our trainers are building the foundation to address that issue. I've dedicated my life to serving this country. I fought in the war too. Oh, so he's a veteran as well. All right. Why is he making that face? Why is he making that face? What page are we on? Is he gonna attack them? Why is he making that face? Huh? Have a look. This is my daughter. Okay. Either he's about to attack them, or he's about to die. Like, what is like this level of foreshadowing is so heavy. Or maybe both. Is he about to off himself to attack? Let's see. This is my daughter, Yuki. She'll be 4 next month. She's like surprisingly big for a 3-year-old. Let's see. Oh, what a cutie. Hakuri, you sweet baby boy. Let's see. Right? She scrunches up her whole face when she smiles. Okay. Grabs a blade. I care about her even more. Yeah, so he's about to betray them. All right. Okay, so that's how these Shocky. So I'm assuming they have a bunch of inside men, if I had to hazard a guess. And let's see, though. Let's see. I care about her even more than this country. Ishihira! Slash. Darn! Like, how hard did he slice himself? He got everywhere. My poor baby boy is like, what is happening? Did he just boom himself in front of me? Of all the things I was not ready to see. Let's see. Oh, he's got the I'm lagging. Hold on. And we're... Oh, still lagging. Hold on. Hello? Can you see me? I see you. Which is funny, because then I'm actually... Let me look at the camera. Yeah, what's good? What I always joke about having a Sharingan... Hold on. Since we're this close. In fact, you can actually see one. You can see one there. I always joke about having a Sharingan, and it's like literally, like, you can see... I'm not sure. Like there are flecks in my eyes when I've been hit in the eyes before. So I always call those my Tomoe, but that's not even the one, like, the main one. Look at my eye. Look real close. Hold on, let me see. Look real... Do you see that? I have a massive one on the left side of my eye and one on the right. I still don't even remember where I got these, but those are my Tomo. That's why I always say I have a Sharingan. Oh, just peep. Because it's never in shot, peep the ultimate weapon. Look clean, don't it? Look clean, don't it? Best ultimate weapon design in the entire series. I have this one in the Cage 2 one. I really want a Cage 1 ultimate weapon, but I can't find it anywhere. But, of course, my fault. OG, my fault. Wait, let's slide to the left, slide to the right. We'll keep it right here. But he's got the tree guy inside of him. Or at least the tree guy's interesting. Ew. You know, I guess that's why. Funny stuff. I'm not. Were any of you told as children to not eat any type of seed because like trees would sprout on you? I wonder if he literally did have to eat seeds and like the guy remote activated them because jeez. All right. Uh-oh. Warrior's Path. What is that? So oh, did he teleport him? I'm guessing. So this guy he had pretty deep. So he's not a fighter, but he still had abilities. Warrior's Path. Don't worry about me. But see, I knew it. Like you were way. Like that's bad. You were way too confident. Way too confident in the fortitude of the Kamunabi to be talking all that smack, bro. I mean, we'll see if he lives. We'll see if he maybe. You know what? You know, it would be a crazy. What if he was the traitor? Huh? Well, we know the Shaku just actually. No, because presumably it's someone on the council, right? I'm assuming that even someone like Ishihara, like an instructor, probably doesn't have like the high enough clearance to know the things that the Shaku knew, like Kunishige Rokuhira or Kunishige Rokuhira's location, stuff like that. So I wonder maybe if he lives this, he may be the inside man. Maybe that's why he was glazed to the moon and back. He's like, yeah, we're so powerful, we're so cool, we're so clean. Be a shame if someone sold us out. But let's see. Don't worry about me. All right, I can't. Okay. I mean, maybe he lives. Maybe we'll see. Let's see. But then again, in Kagurabachi, no body, no proof. That's why I still think Uraha's alive. Especially with the reveal of Suzaku from Samura. Uraha's probably alive, just fine. So like, we'll see. Maybe he'll pop up. Let's see. Unregistered spirit energy explosion at 4 locations in the force field. Oh, at 4 locations. Oh, so a bunch. Well, he may be dead. I was kidding. Well, I wasn't kidding. It felt like he was talking way too much smack to make it. But I thought he was gonna last more than this chapter. I think they were gonna boom him immediately. But darn, tunk. Yeah, it's all ceremonious, dude. Covered in blood. Jeez. But interesting. So it wasn't just on that elevator. 4 separate instances. Because you can tell this is on a table. That was in the elevator. This is in a random hallway. This seems to be amongst some pillars. So there have been multiple invasions, multiple sleeper agents set in the Kamunabi. Interesting. All right. Let's see. What just? Mr. Kudo, he protected me, and bomb injury sorcery Why did it emerge from Mr. Ishihira's body? I think, like, it'd be so dumb, but I can genuinely believe that he planted the seeds, and the seeds have a specific activation trigger. And especially if they start in a suppressed form and need to be triggered by something as intense as that, like, I wouldn't be shocked that they were able to get past the Kamunabi sensors, but darn! Randomly booming, like, I mean, he had a nice design. He seemed pretty neat, seemed like a cool cat, but I guess we just booming him. It's boom or be boomed. It looks like he got boomed. Unfortunately, he was of the be boomed variety. Let's see. Huh? There he is! Mr. Kudo's up above. He's dead. Well, once again, you know what? I'm already backtracking. Nobody, no proof. I'll wait. I'll put a pause on that. I'll wait and see. Until I see me a body. Kudo's fine. Let's see. There he is! Mr. Kudo's above! He's... Okay, so well, you know, it makes sense. Am I lagging still? Hold on. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grip, close, grip, close, grip, 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 grip. Bacon, sausage, waffles, eggs, water, marinara sauce. Okay, I don't think I'm lying. I think I'm just tweaking. Let's see. Oh, but they're trying to take out okay, so they're trying to take out Hakuri specifically because they know he's the one wrinkle in the plan, right? Because if he teleports to Shinichi, and the thing, like, that's the thing. As long as Hakuri gets to Shinichi, and even if he dies, they're cooked. They're never getting Shinichi back. I didn't think about that. But yeah, Hakuri, because I don't think anything, like, the storehouse crumbled. That's why, but Chihiro had to save all those people. Him and Hakuri had to save all those people. They would have just been trapped in that alternate dimension with no way out. And fell into the void. So if Hakuri gets his hands on the Shinichi, then they're cooked. Or at least for the Shinichi's cooked. And who knows what that would do? Like, I guess I wouldn't destroy it. And we know the Shinichi and stuff and enchanted blades can be stored in alternate dimensions without, like, their contracts breaking. But that's the thing, they're cooked. Like, they wouldn't be able to do anything. Like, that'd just be gone forever. So they need to off them now. Let's see. Do we kill him? What? No, it was the idea to use him as bait to attract the core fighters. Wait, no, kill. Whoa, okay, wait. Pause. Hear me out. Why not boom him? I get, you know, you want to attract the core fighters, but, like, why not boom him? One, y'all seem like your fodder. Like, what do you mean attract the core fighters? And two, maybe they don't know, but they were there. Like, I'm assuming the Ishaku at least had some eyes at the event and saw Hakuri awaken the storehouse. So no, your immediate option should just be just to immediately boom. What do you mean? Let's see. Sorry, it's for our families. Yeah, okay. So they're all. You know, but hey, you know, I don't have a daughter. I don't have a son. I don't have a wife. No girlfriend. Nothing. However, I understand it. Let's say I'm a peaceful man. I don't believe in violence, unless. But let's say families. That other guy said something familiar. Similar. Pencil can't read. To save his life. Don't tell me. Oh wait, is this the... His hand is so small in this shot. But is this the tree guy? Where is he? Maybe it's not the tree guy. He looks very similar to the tree guy. He's same top hat and everything. Is this where is he? I thought he broke into... Well, maybe he didn't. But all 7 were reported inside, so maybe he's at like a higher level of the Kamunabi area? Huh. Oh, that's for Ishihira. He did his... Wait, see, I'm giving all these characters similar voices. Oh, as for Ishihira, he did his part. You can release his daughter. But you know what? Interesting. And maybe because they did the whole... Okay, yeah, it does look like they're... Yeah, so this is the tree guy, and he's inside. I just couldn't tell because of the other eye and how tiny his hand was, but this does wholeheartedly appear to be the tree guy in the Kamunabi area because you can see the branches that he spawned with. Let's see. Hostages. Now, do your thing, soldiers. Yeah, I mean, but see, that's how many. We have a list of, okay, so 1, 2, 3. I can't tell if there's supposed to be a line through this one as well, but that does make sense. There were 4 separate locations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 more sleeper agents. 2 of these 2, we'll knock it down to 6, because presumably at least 2 of these 2 are these guys. Let's see. Oh my God, my baby boy, he did it. He did it! Come on! We can't have him flailing around. Cut his limbs. I mean, you know, I was about to say, like, really? But my family, I love my family. Who knows? Like, literally, and I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if my family's in a scenario, I wouldn't do anything. But, like, at least on how I know myself. And most people, I'd say, but especially how I know myself. My morals aren't that stable. They ain't that stable. Let's see. Okay, but how will you do it? How will you do it? Ah, he did a little magic. Oh, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of my baby boy. Huh? My sword. Ah, he teleported them straight to the storehouse. All right. Confiscated your weapons. So, if you surrender... Why is he getting cut off? Please don't tell me you're going to beat my baby. Please. Please. God, oh, gosh darn it. Why? What did he do? Other than beat my baby. I know. He's extremely powerful. But, like, come on now, man. Jeez. Straight to the Nas, to the Schnauzer, the grab into the drag down to the Schnauzer. The grab Schnauzer combo is crazy. And he's like 15. How old is Hakuri? Do we know? Hold on. Wait a minute. Ooh. Hakuri. I feel like I've done this before. Hakuri Sazanami. How old are you, buddy? 17. Okay, he's still a baby. He's still a baby. Knock him out. Well, you know what? They aren't, they aren't booming him when they really should. But then again, maybe these Shaku just don't realize. In fact, I bet they really don't realize because they think he's still shut down. I bet they just don't know. So while they have good insider information, isn't perfect. Because I presume if the Hishaku knew what Hakuri could do in full depth and knew he had that ability back, they would have ordered them to kill him. He is genuinely the biggest liability to the plan right now. Thing is, though, I'm still not sure if Hakuri should succeed. Or will he succeed? Because we technically do need the Shinichi in play. We do. So, I don't know. We'll see. Knock him out! That didn't stop them! Now what? There's no way it's just these three. Each of them directly commands their own elite troop. Worst case, the Shaku have gotten them too. Oh, yeah, that's actually a big bad thing. If some of the actual relevant characters, usually if they show up to the Azami fight and help the samurai guy, Sazanami, he may be cooked. Let's see. The attack upstairs is a diversion to lure out our strongest fighters. Right. So bring the offense up forward, distract them, burn them against random fodder or just powerful characters, and then sneak in behind and go absolutely crazy. Makes sense. Let's see. At the same time, they're provoking infighting. We want you to temper the Shinichi. The Jacques will have no way to get at it. I'm the only one who can stop this. That is true. This is no time to be what? Beasted on? I mean, I agree. Let's see. Wait. Somehow. Huh? Why aren't blows affecting him? The two soldiers trained for 5 years in the Kamunabi's intensive physical fortification program, while Hakuri was toughened up by a Okay, you know, at least the narration is we know this is freaky, but I guess that is a good reason. While Hakuri was toughened up by a decade of bottomless love, quote unquote, from the eldest Scion of the Sazanami clan. That may end up even passing, but. In fact, I already know the password. But Scion is one of the hardest words ever. My favorite word ever is bombastic. I don't know why, I just love that word. But Scion is the craziest thing. I don't even call myself my dad's first son anymore. I'm his eldest Scion. First Scion of that dad with a pencil. Something about and it's such a short word too. It's not the longest word out there, but Scion goes absolutely crazy. I don't know what it is about the word. Possibly the most aura that an individual could have. If someone declares you as their Scion, which is literally just them being your parent. Let's see. But that makes sense, though, because that's the thing, I mentioned it earlier, the Sazanami clan was built for combat, and he was meant to be the next head of the clan, so he was definitely heavily trained and very, very dangerous, and technically Hakuri did eat that for, forever, and that was before he awakened his powers. Let's see. Sorry. That man said, they may have taken a piece of my brain and activated another piece of my brain, but I can still go insane. I say, yo, Hakuri! I'm so proud of my baby. Let's see. Huh? Maybe the pine tree can't grow out of them if they're unconscious. I'm guessing they have to boom themselves, right? Like, notably, the guy literally, he took his own head off, essentially. Like, maybe he just slit his own throat. But, like, it looks like he literally removed his own dome. So, I'm guessing they would have to do the same. And now that'd be really difficult. We know that Ishihira had, a separate blade that he could do to pull out and do that. But considering they immediately resorted to jumping him with, like, physicals, it's likely that those swords they carried were the only blades they have in them. So they are basically fodder. But let's see. Maybe the pine tree can't grow out of them if they're unconscious. Whew. From now on, there's no knowing who's an enemy. But that's right. I can fight now. If the Swordmaster and the Shinushi fall into their hands, this nation is done for. Chihiro is also out there. Oh, yeah, I can... But you know, that's good. I'm glad I forgot about Chihiro. But that's right. Chihiro is currently having an aura off of Samura. And Samura did shut down the owl. So now all that spirit energy is presumably, like, back with Samura. So, I don't know, Chihiro. Let's see. I'm one of the core fighters, too. That's my baby. That's my son. That's my son. That's my son. I can't claim I birthed them. I only birthed Corona from Blue Lock. I didn't birth Hakuri personally. That's my son. I adopted him after, funnily enough, I adopted him after Kyora's death. Hakuri, that's my baby boy. Overall. A W chat. I'll admit, a bit heavy-handed on the glaze. Like, was it Chekhov's gun or was it Chekhov's bazooka, bro? Like, was it Chekhov's military grade attack helicopter, bro? Like, the extreme glaze of the safety of the Kamunabi, like, that was a bit heavy-handed, but I think it works mainly to set up how the Shaku are going to do crazy numbers to the Kamunabi, right? It explains why everyone's so confident, explains why no one's thinking too far ahead. It sets up the idea that there is a time where these guys need to swap out in order to maintain the barrier. It builds to the idea that there are these different elite squads out here, but also that none of them are on Azami's level, and Azami so far has been the only character who's been mentally cleared as one of the hypothetical betrayer person, considering his reactions last chapter and his internal thoughts, which he wouldn't be lying in. So we have Azami hypothetically getting set up to fight multiple elite other squad leaders. And then we have the idea that anyone Hakuri runs into could be a liability and attack him. Obviously, he was lucky enough to run into fodder first, but heavens forbid, one of the elite squad members does actually run into him. While he is one of the core fighters, while my baby boy is definitely built like that, he's still in a whole lot of danger. But hey, looks like we're going to get a little mini Hakuri arc. I'm sorry. Overall, let me hit it for the 2 times. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please, it's going to be a nice and simple password for this one. Since I'm glazing the word, leave Scion of the Sazanami. Yeah, baby. Leave Scion of the Sazanami, as that's what my glorious legendary juicy scrumbling of skin King Hakuri is. Leave Scion of the Sazanami in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. So remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do even have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks including the live reactions to every other series I happen to review. Also, I do want to tell my co-fizzly in the comment section, in the description down below, where you can support me for as low as 5 beans a month to get a short video, or not 5 beans a month, 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video. I'm sorry, I don't know why I went to like a weird gamer bro voice. But regardless, Kofi, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Rebel 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Gyomi, Yuki Ally, Buddha Uda, Azo 2404, Planet Crone, G Prosper, Nevis 97, and Ollie. I'd like to give a big old thank you to our Reinhardt tier patrons: Sean, Nirvana Igneal, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our Inc. tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchia, Carlo Alaimo, and Grim. And then I'd like to give a big old hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Wakimunos and Wakimunos. And then I'd finally like to give a giga super duper kidney sacrificing thank you to our ultimate, that guy with a heart on the horizon, Calvin Elder.